essentially it was about bringing two communities together, exploring the themes of community and belonging at this time, and then we produced two videos. And the videos were, we had mixed teams, so we had a mixed UK and Ghanaian team, two teams, and the final films, one was called Bearwood to Jolu, so that was the UK to Ghana, and the other one about the relationship the other way from Ghana to the Bearwood was called Motherly, and that was about parenthood. What it meant for the organisation working on this project, Black Country Touring has wanted to work internationally for a number of years in terms of ambition. We've done research in various areas. We've talked to different partners, but as you'll know, sometimes things just don't fall into place, or the timing isn't right. And we had an interest in working with an African country. One, because it just felt like it's underinvested. It's an area we haven't worked with before, like I said, certainly not internationally, or even internally, actually. So it was about investing in something new for us. It was about inquiring into something new, learning about a new culture. I suppose it's been highly rewarding. It's exceeded our expectations by far, and both Emilia and Elizabeth, as joint artistic directors at the time, have been tremendous on this. I suppose quite early on we developed a sort of shared understanding, because you can imagine working across cultures, you could easily start to misinterpret things. What does this term mean there, and all those personal references. But we developed a shared language quite early on, and that was really important. This couldn't have happened without the British Council. We, like I said, for many years have wanted to do things. We've had bigger plans with bigger pots of money. Things shift, priorities change, timing hasn't worked out. So things haven't happened, and yet here was an opportunity for something quite modest, yet which I would say made a significant difference. I think for me, what feels like one of the biggest assets coming out of this project, the legacy, is really the achievement of what we did, and the relationship and the partnership, the degree of respect we have for each other, that we continue to work together and problem solve together. And of course the videos that we produced demonstrates that with a small bit of investment, and I don't just mean the cash now, I also mean the time we've spent on it. We've managed to develop a trusted relationship across oceans and make things together. We can produce work together. We've got a common language together, which is artistic as well. And that, I think, just holding on to that as a thing that you can replicate in other places is interesting, I think. Now, of course, it's just an idea until you do something about it, but I think it's the spark of something potentially to replicate.
So we actually met Black Country Touring about a year ago today. They had reached out to us last year because they were looking for a collaborative partner, and so they reached out to the British Council looking for theatre companies in Ghana, and they recommended us. And it was so great because it's been lovely working with them. Yeah, we really hope that we can continue to collaborate. We already feel as if we know each other very well, the individuals of Black Country Touring and those of us here, just from that first project that we worked on. So coming back, it's been such a joy to be able to bring most of the team back to collaborate on this project. This was all orchestrated by the British Council. I mean, Black Country Touring reached out to the British Council because they didn't have enough information about theatre companies here. But thankfully, we've we've been in contact with the British Council before the project, and so thankfully we were the ones that were called to join Black Country Touring. So definitely, I think the British Council orchestrated this entire thing. I think it's two things. I mean, I think it has opened up such a vast avenue for learning and collaboration between us and other organizations abroad. I think the opportunities are endless now that we can actually work, and we've tested it, and we've found that we are able to do work remotely. We don't need to be in the same space, even though, of course, that's ideal. But this working online has been such a gift, and we didn't even think that was possible in the first place. So that is something that we found, and we're very, very happy with. And we're still figuring things out, but it's been a really great learning process. And also, for us, Accra Theatre Workshop being such a small organization, the ability to collaborate with another organization, it makes it feel as if we have a bigger team on our project. And so our work is able to be delegated amongst experts, really. And so there's more attention paid to the project. The people that are supposed to be performing are able to perform. The people that are supposed to be filming are able to film and focus solely on those things. And the outputs are better because of that.
I mean, it's always interesting to think about why you do this rather than you're just doing it because it's international and it's amazing. But I think with all of our international work, and we have done international work before, there's two strands. One is that we have developed over many years a practice that supports the creativity of young people with learning disabilities, and it's fairly unique, and not a lot of people engage in this kind of work. So we are always keen to spread our practice as wide as possible. And so one of the strands of this project is to look at how we can enable the artists who we're working with to work more effectively with young people with learning disabilities in Australia and Papua New Guinea. But the other strand is that our work is what we call non-verbal physical theatre, and we are always looking for new influences on our practice, and we find those influences far more beneficial and far richer when they come from other places than our mainstream theatre making process in this country. So what's exciting about bringing the Papua New Guinean artists over is what they will bring to our practice, how they will inform it, develop it, and make it something different to what it was before. It's interesting. Our strapline is doing difference differently, which means that we are constantly looking for new ways of doing things. So it's not about replacing what we do, but it's about developing it, enriching it, adjusting it. I mean, there's no way we could have done any of this without British Council funding. I don't know where we would have found the money to do it. And I think the fact that they were willing to invest in an R&D to help us work out what the project could be, and then once we'd shaped it, were then willing to fund it significantly more as a result of that, that's been pretty amazing. We would not be doing this project without British Council funding. It would just not be happening.